right, and good day, everyone. Here's a look at your midday forecast for Northeast Oklahoma, Northwest Arkansas, Arkansas River Valley, and Southwest Missouri. So hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for tuning into these forecast segments. Always love, the viewers tuning in, letting us know where they're watching from. If you're watching the update on YouTube or if you're on the 24/7 live streaming channel, let us know where you're watching from. And let us know, are you a fan of more rain activity? Because we got some cooler temperatures with this. Feel free to comment, share, like, all of that. Here's a look at the forecast for today. Yeah, it's not going to be a May-like forecast, as you can see. We're talking upper 60s, lower 70s in parts of northern Oklahoma, northeast Oklahoma. So not going to feel like May because we had some days where we were in the 90s and now afternoon highs today, thanks to the overcast cloud coverage and the rain activity in that system. Yeah, we're going to be in the 60s and 70s. So enjoy the cooler weather. The only problem with today is it's also going to be a little bit humid, so just keep that in mind. Northwest Arkansas, River Valley, Southwest Missouri are going to be the warmest spots today, into the mid to upper 70s. Just depends on the location. Now, here's a look at the overnight lows tonight. We're going to start off a little bit cooler once again as we head into tomorrow morning. Not a May-like morning, but keep in mind it will be a little bit humid, so it's not going to feel super cool out there. So we are going to be starting once again back into the 50s and 60s in northeast Oklahoma, Southwest Missouri as well. And then Northwest Arkansas in the River Valley going to be the warmest, right around the lower to even upper 60s. Just depends on the location. The good news today, we had some showers and thunderstorms roll through, but there's no risk for severe weather today. And you can see there's no highlighted areas, not even a low. So if we do see pop-up showers and thunderstorms redevelop this afternoon, we're not talking any sort of issues there, just some lightning, because there's going to be enough instability for that lightning. It's just that time of year, but we're not dealing with any sort of severe weather potential today, which is some good news. Now, the rain chances, keep in mind, this is the 12-hour forecast, and it is accounting for what we saw this morning into portions of the early afternoon with that little batch of showers and thunderstorms that pushed through. So it is into the medium to high range, even some areas close to the very high, but right now it's accounting for that. And I can't rule out some additional pop-up showers and thunderstorms this afternoon. Not everyone's going to see this activity, but there will be the potential. And any rain that we saw this morning and maybe again this afternoon, while it's not going to be widespread, the other thing it's not going to be doing is very heavy rainfall, kind of like what we saw in some areas yesterday. The forecast for today is calling for anywhere between, let's say, about 1/10 of an inch to 1/2 an inch of rainfall. So, we need some of this rain in some areas, but it's not going to be quite what we saw yesterday. Let's move on to the 7-day forecast here real quick. Starting off with northwest Arkansas. And if you're viewing in the River Valley and in northeast Oklahoma, we're going to show you those here in just a second. We're just going to go by location. So here's a look at northwest Arkansas, and you can see daily rain chances. Every day is going to be a little bit different. So I want you to tune into the forecast over the next several days. Highs are going to be in the upper 70s to lower 80s with consistent lows in the lower 60s. And just so you're included in my forecasting method, I don't want you to look at this and you might see higher rain chances for some of these days off in the future. I've been forecasting here for roughly about almost, I'd say 4 or 5 years at this point. Been here for a couple years doing this and, just getting used to the area. This area is difficult to forecast with the models. Now, we are going to have various waves of energy and systems that move through over the next several days. So I'm noticing that there is going to be the potential for that over the next several days. But the models are not very helpful, sometimes even the day of. So all that to say, when you see these 40%, basically days 4 and 5 onward, I'm leaving it at that low, end potential for that until there's higher confidence right around day 3 or 4 when I can bump those precipitation chances up because there's a little bit more confidence in the forecast with that. So if you see those, that's why it's like that. Now, here's a look at the River Valley. Same thing. Daily rain chances. Stay tuned to the forecast throughout the week. I want you to tune back in because we're going to have different, updates every day. But the other thing too, every day is going to be a little bit different with those rain chances. We're not talking all day washouts, anything like that. Every day is going to be a little bit different. And of course, we'll have the latest updates. It is going to be warmer in the River Valley compared to northwest Arkansas and northeast Oklahoma. Here's a look at the northeast Oklahoma forecast. And, for the Tulsa area and surrounding areas, generally speaking, upper 60s, lower 70s for the next couple of days. Then the mid upper 70s and then into the lower 80s. So daily rain chances, again, there's going to be a little bit less rain chances during the day on Friday. and then again during the day on Monday compared to some of our other locations. But like I said, every day is going to be a little bit different. So that's a look at your forecast for today. I hope you have a fantastic one. Thank you so much for tuning in. One of the best ways you can, support us is by sharing these updates if you like it, live weather channel, all of that. So be sure to like, subscribe, or follow, depending on the platform you're watching this on, and share this with your friends. If you own a local business, we're looking for local partnerships. We want to make sure that, we're growing connections here in our markets, and we want to, support other local businesses. So if you want to advertise your business with us, we do have options available, as you can see there. So feel free to reach out. We have an advertising page on our website with all the information on how to get in contact with us. Hopefully, we'll be able to work with some of these local businesses. So thank you so much for tuning in. We really appreciate your support. Thank you for joining us on this journey. So that's a look at your forecast for today. Stick around. We'll have an evening update here coming up. You can advertise with us this storm season and throughout the year. Contact us today for availability and pricing. Weather 225 since 2015.